in 2000, I had all this lifted. Clearly, I haven't had anything lifted since, so obviously need it. Yes, I did. I mean, it's really weird because to be honest with you, I know people have a go at me for it and say, what is your problem? And my mother, who was a model and very beautiful, and I couldn't live up to her at all because she was stunning. And she used to say to me, I can't understand you. What is your problem? Why can't you look in the mirror anymore? What is your problem? You know, the alternative to this is dead. So really? Make your choice.
Is that right? So you had that interesting thing where you were looking at your mother almost too admiringly.
Yeah. And she was stunningly beautiful. And I was always the ugly runt of the family anyway. And so I never thought that I had any chance of growing up being anything else. So when I got to 50, I thought, OK, well, you know, I'll have this lifted here, which is all grown back. Grown back.
Well, it looks great to me.
But
grown back.
So it's really, I think, and I'm in the industry as well, where, you know, I've got beautiful people coming behind me all the time. And I do worry, and I look in the mirror and you know, when you see a picture of yourself, like, you know, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and you go, where has that person gone? That person's gone away. I'm not that person anymore. Now, I know it sounds very pathetic what I'm saying, and people would say, oh, we should shut up going on about it. But if you have, I don't think it's dysmorphia. I don't know what. It's just I have a problem with getting older, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of people do. And if you
Angela, where are you on?
Well, I was just wondering, in answer before I answer the question, I was just going to say very quickly, I wonder whether that's because you're on display all the time and people know you, and it's Sherrie Hewson. I remember you in that, I remember you in this and this. But in terms of where I am, look, if you want to do it, that's fine. It exists and it doesn't hurt anybody and whatever, that's absolutely fine. The only thing I would say is that when you see these younger girls with these huge lips that look like they need to sort of live in a separate house, or you have very stretched faces, I always ask men, gentlemen, whether they find that attractive. Now, I understand you are supposed to do it for yourself and it's about your own idea of self-worth and all of those things, and those things are important. But I have never met a single bloke who has said, I absolutely love the way, I love that look, I love the fact that her nose is up here.
A bloke will never say that. Let's take an imaginary couple and let's say that the wife says to the husband, would I look better with absolutely huge boobs? The husband, if he wants to die, says yes. If he wants to live, says you are perfect as you are. Right?
That's the right
So that's
answer.
what exactly. Yeah. So that's why blokes will never answer that question.
I'm talking about male friends where it's nothing to do with me. You know, I understand. I obviously got a picture in the attic.
Well, funny enough, in a restaurant recently, I should be quite careful how I describe this in case the lady is watching, but I was sitting diagonally from somebody I didn't know who had an enormous amount of work on her face, and it was that uncanny valley thing where it doesn't quite look as it should. And I kept glancing, and I felt bad that I was glancing. And I suddenly thought she maybe thought I was glancing because of it. And I don't know.
She may have thought you thought she was incredibly beautiful.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah. So I just think there is a mismatch between. I mean, I think women.
Go on, Jamelia. Once again.
It's all very well. All I was going to say is it's all very well women saying they do it for themselves, but I think that's a load of rubbish. I think women like to feel attractive and like people to be attracted to them. And I just think there are a lot of blokes out there or whoever and who would just say, I'm simply sorry, but that look does nothing for me.